to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. We had a good run, don't say we didn't. I was your first love, and you were my first one. Chisel all the memories, the venom and the remedies, yeah. Promise I won't forget, yeah. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here tonight before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does. We gave it up, we had it time to say bye, baby, bye. I'll be, you'll be, yeah, we'll be fine. So let's call it a night, and that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here right now before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does. Ooh,
Hey, hello, I'm JulieJo. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I am so glad that you're here. If you're not new here, welcome back. Today we're going to be watching a Scentsy video. If you weren't here in the last live, I'm going to try to do my intro on the lives just to make it a little more organized. I don't know if it helps much, but which MLM is it? Scentsy. Also, I do know I spelled it wrong. I did not do that on purpose, but I did fix it before anyone told me. I caught it. I caught it. Hi, Madam Typer Division. What an iconic name. Sorry, I'm trying to post that I'm live. I almost, and for about a minute, this was moved to tomorrow at 5 p.m. My dog, today's been, I did not sleep well. It's, today's inauguration day, and I just had a rough day in general. My dogs decided about 10 minutes before the live started that they wanted to shit and pee everywhere because it's negative 10 degrees outside. So, and I had just taken Iris out. I was like, Iris, what just happened to you? You pooped and peed outside. Well, I don't know if she peed, but she definitely pooped. And I was like, I'll take you out again after the live. It's dinner time. So I took him out. And then Iris was like, well, I'm not done. I peed and pooped everywhere. Not me, Iris. And one of those places was under my office desk. Under this desk. So I was like, I quit. I'm done. I didn't quit. Also, sorry my Wi-Fi is crap tonight. I don't know what's going on. It might just be the literal freezing temperature. It's negative 10. What is it? Negative 11, excuse me. right now. I also got a fender bender yesterday, so my car is in the shop. It has been a rough 24 hours, okay? I guess it's been more of like a rough 26 hours. So I decided to do it anyway. And by that I mean I saw 7 people had clicked on it like to watch it. Like what is it? I don't know. 7 people had clicked on the thing and I was like, okay, whatever. At least 7 people will be there. I'll just do it anyway. Negative 14 here sucks. Yeah, it hit negative 15 last night. I said, oh, I'm not going outside. It's single digit degrees here in Illinois. It's, yeah. You better be taking care of yourself, though. I'm trying. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best with what I got. I do want to, so I'm going to have to not share my screen. Oh my God. Hold on. Thank God that works. Oh my gosh. I'm not sharing my screen. Yay, I can do that. So I do have what I want, a video. I want to put the video out tonight for members. It's just like my normal edited video, but it's, you know, people on Monday have really been losing their marbles. They've been going a little wackadoodle. And so I looked at just like a few posts of Krista Parney / now Krista Crawford. And they were wild. So I just did a video strictly dedicated to Krista Crawford and her losing her marbles. And I also have Sarah Hill and Christina Smallwood. All these women are losing their marbles in money. Also, how embarrassing was their money like 2.0 thing? It was so bad. I have pictures. I do kind of want to talk about it. Christina, you know. Okay. So yeah, don't forget to like the stream. Thank you, Avery, for that. I always forget. Don't forget to like the stream. And also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Young Living's 2024 IDS actually had a median column, $5 annual for 68% of brand partners. And you know what? That checks out. The Monat Crash and Burn is the best. So, and also in my video tomorrow, I talk about Monat's 2024 income disclosure statement from January to May. They put that out too. So, and I compare the two. It's really good. Hi, Rosie. Hey, everybody. So my car wouldn't start. It's so cold. The battery is old. It was only 19 degrees at the time I tried to start it. Oh, I'm so sorry. That is so stressful. Hi, Positively Pipkin over on Twitch. Hey, it's going down. It's going down. Yelling timber. Yeah. I'm just gonna play this just so that we can have a nice little warm up. And then we're gonna get started.
Negative, dull, disillusioned, thumb-sucking, whiny, crybaby, diaper division loser. Negative, dull, disillusioned, thumb-sucking, whiny, crybaby, diaper division loser.
Just gotta remind us who we are. All right. Let's crack open a can of Diet Sody. Did y'all hear me crack it open with little bubbles? That was in honor of Erin when she cracked open a can of soda. All right. Let's just to clear up negative 40 degrees Celsius here in Quebec, Canada. So mine's in Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but that sounds cold. All right, let's watch.
Zoom invitation. It's great to have you here. I'm doing a Zoom from our leadership and right after some changes that we made.
I think I sped it up to 1.25 because it was like an hour and 15 minutes. And I said, nor.
So we wanted to make sure that we were able to connect with you and be able to share some of that insight and context of the reasons why we're making the changes, as well as answer lots of the questions that have come in. So let me first start off by welcoming you to the Zoom call, whether you're listening live or you are listening to this as a recording. It's great to have you. Thank you for investing your time into finding out a little bit more. I'm hopeful that the context and some of the reasoning why, and also the potential will help in answering lots of your questions and prepare us all for what's to come. Now, in my Zoom, I'm on the video. I'm going to be sharing the context that I gave our leadership group here. So you'll have the same context that they just received. In this room with me, I have Deb Bowden. She's helping administrating the Zoom call. I also have Chuck. He's helping me as well. And what we have done, just so we can stay in this flow of giving context and even some data and some numbers. I hope that's okay. I'm kind of a numbers geek a little bit, but it provides extremely important insight into what's happening with Scentsy, what's happening, with the industry, really.
I wonder how he's going to paint this. And I know some of you have seen other creators talk about it. I haven't watched it yet, though, and I don't. If you haven't seen it, I want to know your thoughts on how you think he's going to paint it. So I'll try to not make it torture. Listening to him and her video was torture. I'm so sorry. The word vomit he said was brain numbing. Great. Love that. Maybe we can have some fun with it. Let's try to, I don't know. Let's see what we can do. We'll do our best. But so obviously Scentsy is failing. I mean, it's very, I mean, what MLM isn't, honestly. Obviously Scentsy is failing, though. Like, it's very blatant. And so the title of this actually is March 1st Changes Overview and Context. So what I know is that on March 1st, things are changing. Recording of January 16th, 2025, global webinar for all Scentsy consultants, in which the Scentsy CEO and President Dan Orchard reviews the announced March 1st changes and provides context for the decisions. And then Ashley Tucker had a lot to say. There's a lot of comments. We might go over those, but probably not if he's going to talk for an hour.
And it highlights what we need to focus on. So I'll be sharing some of those things with you as well for your questions. And we've received quite a few via Facebook or individually. So keep those coming in. You can use the Q&A option in Zoom to enter in your questions as we go. We'll be watching that. Plus, I've gathered lots of questions over the last couple of days to make sure that I can give answers as I go through this presentation. I will be sharing a PowerPoint because some of these things I need to show you pictures of, and I think that makes the most sense to do that with. So we'll go that way. So let me go ahead and share. Fantastic. Okay. All right. Once again, thank you. Let's see here. Anything else that I want to mention? I realize change is a big deal, and we don't take it lightly. We've spent a lot of time over the last few months, up to 6 months, in a discovery mode and looking at our numbers, looking at our trends, looking at the behaviors of what's happening out in the market. We're in 14 different countries, and we are seeing a lot of similarities between the countries. And also, like I mentioned, some really key insightful data that really highlights the areas that we really need to focus on and turn the direction we're going in around. That's what it comes down to. So first, let me go ahead and start talking a little bit about really the industry and where Scentsy is, mostly giving context to the state of the business and what is going to be crucial for you, your teams, and Scentsy here in 2025. So let me go ahead and get to that here.
If you haven't seen it, what are some things you think he's going to say? I haven't seen it. I mean, obviously money is not good. So I'm curious if they're going to push an affiliate program more than anything. I don't think they'll take away, obviously, the teams. Same speech, different day. Yeah. I wonder how he's going to frame it. I'm interested because I haven't really seen a company. I'm on the affiliate idea. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen a company come in and really improve by doing anything other than going affiliate. Like, Monate's tried, but they are failing majorly. And Lime Life's barely rocking. Barely there, honestly, at this point. I haven't seen an MLM come in and go, okay, here are the changes we're going to make, and it really improve the company at this point. I don't know. If y'all can think of one, feel free to share.
So let me start talking about momentum. Momentum is fundamental to direct selling. It's either growing or that momentum is declining. And recently we've seen a decline in momentum really across just about every single direct selling companies. And if I look at that and see what and how people have responded, I know you've seen it as well, but there has been some pretty significant changes for some companies. Some companies have either changed their business model, gone more single level or affiliate model. Some have
so there is a difference between affiliate and multi-level marketing. I love when they say that out loud. The Scentsy Girls videos on these changes have been very eye-opening. I've noticed that a lot of them have been able to be hobbyists, which allows them to speak out without fear and wrath from their uplines. Oh, interesting.
To private equity firms. Some have different financial situations where they have commitments to banks or investors that require them to make certain changes. And others have even closed. So it's not something that has been a bright spot for sure for the industry. And I realize that it's not hard to project that same kind of thought process as Scentsy's in the direct selling market, in that same industry. And when it's happening all around us, it's hard not to believe, okay, this is what's happening when we have a contraction as well. But one of the things I wanted to make sure I told you, and I wanted to be very clear on and clear up right now, is Scentsy's taking a different path.
City Gaming said the thing with Scentsy is that they already have partnerships with Disney and a few other companies, so this could be interesting. Right. Yeah, that is a good point. That is a good point. Okay, so he's taking a different path. Let's watch.
We are doubling down on the direct selling fundamentals rather than changing our business model. We are focused on
dumb. Oh no, this is gonna crash and burn. If you think that doubling down on something that's failing is gonna be better for the company, girl, I don't know what to tell you. Danny, what are you doing? That is, I can't unsee it. Can't unsee what? Wait, what? They're doubling down on direct selling, multi-level marketing. And I want to say that when I hear someone say direct selling, I have a feeling they also kind of mean, and with it being Scentsy and me clicking through, I have a feeling they're talking about parties. Meow, Dan, meow. So, like, you're doubling down on something that's failing already. I just don't see that really improving much.
Supporting you and your teams and your efforts to be active, to sell, to recruit, and promote. And as long as you are all in, we are all in. That's our commitment. We want to help you. We want to support you and be successful as a team together.
See, but I'll let him cook. But what he's saying right now is what should already be known and have been happening previously. So it's like, we're all in. We want you to, we're all in. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you should have been from the beginning. So I'm confused as to how you still being all in is going to change much.
And the fact of the matter is, we are in a decline. Things are coming down. It's not the ideal situation where we are growing, but we are in a contraction mode. And right now, and even though we are still in the black, we're still profitable. Things may be getting a little bit thinner, but we are still in the black and happy about that. We are in a good place to respond with you and focus on building hope and momentum.
Hope. Yep.
Speaking of hope and momentum, let me share with you a quote that I came across that I really appreciate here. There we go. People speak of hope as if this is delicate, ephemeral thing made of whispers and spider webs. It's not. Hope has dirt on her face, blood on her knuckles, the grit of cobblestones in her hair, and just spat out a tooth as she rises for another go. If I look at that quote, and I came across it as I was preparing all of these changes, knowing that we need to introduce it to all of you and give you the context, it's hope is something that isn't something that you sit back and it's just given to you. We're going to have to work hard. We're going to have to work together. And I know that as we do, and we put forth the work, we're going to build that hope, which is so critical at Scentsy.
Hope has dirt on her face, blood on her knuckles, the grit of cobblestones in her hair, and just spat out tooth as she rises for another go. Dan, you know we're talking about Scentsy. You know we're talking about candle warmers. You know we're talking about that like Stitch candle warmer, the Lilo and Stitch candle warmer that you put some candle wax in, some Scentsy, like a Scentsy block of candle wax in. You know that's what we're talking about, right? It's not that serious. So what he's doing is giving them false hope. He's trying to really get them like hyped up, you know? He's trying to this is very dramatic. Yeah, Charlene, it is. He's trying to get them like really into it, like really what's the word? I don't know. I guess he's trying to get them like to go all in. That's what I'm thinking. It's like when you're hyping up before a basketball game or a sports activity, if you will. Uh oh, a dog did not like something out there. And it's just not that serious. How is hope of corporate relevant to the distributors? William Ho, that is a good question. I don't know. But I know that this is a load of pooperoni.
Now, it's not done automatically, like I mentioned, and a great place to start talking about Scentsy and talk about the hope is our core, our foundation, our 3 core values of simplicity, authenticity, and generosity. It is these core values that really has built Scentsy. It's unique, and it takes what is otherwise just a transactional relationship between a buyer and a seller, and it makes it to something special, something transformational, something that
SAG? Simplicity, authenticity, generosity. William said SAG? What's sagging? Plenty of things. Brandy, member for 21 months. It's not that deep, bro. Stop it. Also, 21 months of JJ and her amazing channel, peeps. So grateful to be a part of it. Thank you so much, Brandy. I really appreciate that. Thank you for being here for 21 months as well. That means a lot to me. Like, it's wild when people become members or members. It's just, thank you so much. So Scentsy is sagging. Y'all are so funny. I can hear Varden's smallest violin, you know, on the finger violin. MLMs make core values so cringy and low value. Yeah, they're really sagging over in Scentsy.
we can feel contributes to people's lives and helps them be their best selves. And when we double down on our motto of contributing more than we take, we strengthen those relationships we strive to build. We are a family-friendly business opportunity that brings value to the world, which is really Scentsy's aspirational why. And we talk about why being so important because that's what makes direct selling, that's what makes Scentsy so different, is that it is aspirational, that we can help others bring value to their lives, to change the trajectory of where they are and what they want to be.
William hosted the PowerPoint's a bit too girly. William, we're talking about Scentsy here, my guy. It's a bunch of older women. No disrespect to old women. Okay, you're beautiful and wonderful. But like this is their jam. Like they're living for this. They're living for this background right now. They're probably going to find it and make it their phone background. Especially, yeah. Charcy Gaming, thank you so much for 5 gifted memberships. If you got a membership, shout out to Charcy Gaming. That is so sweet of you. Charcy, I'm going to play our member sound. I really appreciate that. That is so generous and kind of you. What's happening?
Diaper division loser. Negative, dull, disillusioned, thumb sucking, whiny, crybaby, diaper division loser. Negative.
Loser. Amen. You know what I mean? Double quotes alert. I noticed that too. Oh, sweet. Okay. I don't think they could ever contribute more considering the whole models to take from those under them. Michelle, that is a really good comment. Really good point. And shout out to all of those who got memberships. That is so nice. This is cracking me up. Isn't it? It's kind of wild. No, it's very wild. Also, I want to let members, if you're a new member, and if you're not a new member, I have a video coming out for y'all after this, so it's fun.
Come
Not their phone background.
at a more simple level, and what makes Scentsy and differentiates ourselves from box stores and e-commerce is that we can provide a level of customer service and connection to our customers and to our team members that far exceeds that simple relationship that is felt from selling a product. You get to provide and make connections to people at a whole new level. And that's what continues to separate ourselves from other businesses and other from other e-commerce and buyers and seller situations. And each time we do this, when we focus on our core values, when we lean into contribute more than we take, we are able to achieve an unprecedented hope, an unprecedented level of momentum and engagement. And that's something special. That's where I wanted to start to build from as we have that common goal, that common source of why we are part of that Scentsy family.
Nice
It's
grades. No,
something
it's not.
special
It's not
and
live.
something that I would never, ever want to forget. Now, even with those core values, even with our motto of contributing more than we take, our momentum has faltered. Those reasons are both out of our control and some of them are within our control. But it is so important that we rebuild that momentum here at Scentsy for you, for the home office, or to support you in all of your goals that you want to achieve. And as we did this, we identified 4 focus areas, the most important areas to focus on in 2025. And these are, number 1, new customer acquisition. Okay, new
Makes
customer
sense.
acquisition, meaning new eyeballs or new customers coming into Scentsy. This is the number 1 thing. The most important thing in 2025 is getting new customers into Scentsy. Okay. Secondly, it's customer engagement. You know, once you have that new customer, you want to follow up, you want to make those connections, you want to make sure that they're enjoying the Scentsy products, and making sure that you can help them with any need that they may come across. Thirdly, the third most important area is new consultants, and having them join your team. Interestingly, number 3 and number 4, consultant engagement, those are really met and satisfied by the first 2. When you have new people coming in to Scentsy and they have that first experience of the Scentsy products, which is
Oh yeah, he's like, yeah, get customers and then turn them into consultants. Well, my guy, have they not been doing that for years? He's, you know what I've noticed as he's been going along, I'm like, this has all been done before. Obviously, everything really has, but like, this is something that they've been taught us several times over. Get new customers, engage with your customers, make them want to look into like being a consultant, make them a consultant. 1 in 3 are duplicates. Right. Right. It's just turning customers into consultants, which is something that every MLM pushes. 1 equals 3, 2 equals 4. I don't like, it's all the same. 2 and 4 are basically the same thing. Right. Yeah. It's nothing new. Same shiz, different day for sure. I don't know about y'all, but I've heard a million times over in MLMs saying turn customers into consultants, and that's literally all he's saying here. I would be so upset if I was watching this and I was in Scentsy and I was like, yeah, that's what I've been doing for a decade. What else you want me to do, Dan?
incredible. And if you're on this call, I know that you love Scentsy, you love fragrance. You know that if you can get that fragrance in front of someone, they truly can enjoy that. By following up and having that unique, authentic relationship with those customers, you create those opportunities, those aha moments of, I can do this. I want to partner with Scentsy, which leads.
Also, shout out to Savannah because she's the one that got it for me. And she sent it to me. And also she said, oh, people in the chat were mad, as they should be.
To number 3 and number 4 here in our focus areas. I will circle back to these 4 focus areas as I go throughout today. And before I talk more about them, I want to kind of explain Scentsy's responsibility in all of this. When I say Scentsy and point to myself, I mean home offices. So if I just went through the 4 key areas that we would like you to focus on and we want to support you in the 4 that I just mentioned, let me explain what we are focused on here at the home office as stewards of Scentsy, the company. We are responsible for ensuring the company is healthy to make sure we can support all of you. We evaluate our products, our programs. We monitor and react to trends and behaviors and changes, and make those.
You monitor and react to trends, behaviors, and changes. But this is same shit, different day, as said earlier. That you aren't progressing in any way, shape, or form when it comes to the business model. If you were progressing, you likely would honestly move away from multi-level marketing because it is the business model that's the issue. A new member, Amanda, thank you so much. That is so awesome. I really, really appreciate that. Need this today? Yeah, same Alexis. I almost canceled. But I again, shout out to Amanda for becoming a member. That is so awesome. Very generous. I really appreciate that. Let's play the new member jam.
Dull, disillusioned, thumb-sucking, whiny, crybaby, diaper division loser.
Just a
Negative,
reminder.
dull, disillusioned, thumb-sucking, whiny, crybaby, diaper division loser.
That is who we are at our core, to be honest. Just kidding, you rock. I need to get also another new member jam because I don't know how I'm gonna be able to get my Powerpuff one. I don't know if I can re-download it from the old StreamYard. So I will make another really cool one.
Changes necessary to support your team to be successful. And while, like I said, we are profitable and in a good position, we must strengthen our position right now and create
shit.
an opportunity to build momentum.
Different pile.
Throughout history, we have learned that together, by living our culture and focusing on these fundamentals, we can overcome really any challenge, anything that comes our way.
Thank you, Amanda.
I mentioned I was going to share some data, so get ready. I hope this is okay. I will be sharing it in these PowerPoint slides so you can get a taste and a sense of why the 4 areas I just mentioned are the most important for us as a company. So let me first share a couple of numbers that just gives us a common ground to talk from. So
before I get started, don't forget to like the video. I forget that all the time, but I just remembered to say it. So don't forget to like the video. I'd appreciate that. And subscribe if you're not. But the loss of Powerpuff is heartbreaking. I'm wondering if I can remake it or see if Aaron can download it. Because I made it. So I'm wondering if I could find it somewhere. The shit isn't even fresh anymore. It's fossilized. Taylor, that is so funny.
first one that I want to show you is this. This is a little look into our total number of current consultants. Right now, we have 154,000 current consultants worldwide. 58% of our consultants place an order in any given month. So out of the 154,000 consultants, 58% of them will place an order in a given calendar month. Okay. This is just to give you a little reference. Let me keep going and explain this next slide. Of those 154,000 orders, 154,000 consultants, 25% of them place an order of 200 PRV or more. Okay.
You're telling me that 25%, 75% of the company is inactive? Wow. I mean, he really is sharing it all, isn't he? So the customers are just consultants? Well, it's like the consultants are just the customers. Like they're just buying shit. Big yikes. Well, the consultants are the biggest customers. So what this tells me is like even the consultants aren't buying shit. Just so bad.
25% place an order in a given calendar month of at least 200 PRV or more. Just some insight, setting the ground and a common ground of understanding of kind of what it's looking like so far at Scentsy. Let me keep going because the information.
But 50-something% are making orders. Yeah, so let's look at it. Let's compare. 58% of consultants place an order in a given month. And then we have, okay, but here's the difference. These 58% of consultants that place an order are not placing a 250 PV order, which is what keeps you active, which is what only 25% of people are placing, 250, to keep you an active consultant. So I'm guessing like to get paid and all that stuff. OMG, hi, just got done watching Julie's video on this. Well, round 2, baby. Welcome. Because it's too expensive. Yeah. Could you imagine being expected to pay $200? I'm guessing like $250 or so in Scentsy products every month? No. No thanks.
Common ground of understanding of kind of what it's looking like so far at Scentsy. Let me keep going because the information I want to share now gives you a little bit more of an insight into what trends are happening overall at the macro or the combined level.
Marianne.
This first one is a line chart here. This is giving us a look at the average ordering customer, unique customer per consultant for the last 6 years. Averaging ordering customer or unique customer per consultant. So in a given year, if I looked at 2018, the very first year in this, I can see that number is about 17. So in 2018, there were 17, on average, 17
My guy, can you share before 2018? Because I have a feeling that if you really expand it out, it's going to show how massively different it is. Like how much more they used to make compared to where they are now. Like this looks like, oh yeah, I mean, that's obviously a pretty big drop. Like, wow, that's half. That's about half almost compared to 2020. But if you expand it past 2018, 2017, 2016, 2015, 2014, yo, that drop is going to be unbelievable. The downward trend. Could you imagine expanding it further than 2018 and seeing that? Oh, it's got to be wild. That's got to be wild.
Unique customers per consultant ordering in 2018. In 2024, we know that number has gone from 17 down to 10. Okay, so a lot fewer number of unique customers are ordering through consultants in 2024 compared to 2018. Okay, hopefully you're following me so far. I know I'm just going to share a few of these data points, but they're extremely important.
Also, why 2018 to 2024? I don't understand why just those years. Because it looks so much worse past that. I don't know. If someone's in business and they're like, yeah, no, that those years make sense, please let me know. If you're like that they should show more. Yeah, let me know if you're like a business minded and know more about that.
To paint the picture of what is happening at Scentsy.
Also, I'm going to press play. I just got to grab socks. My toes are so cold. I'm going to press play.
Okay, let me go to the next slide. Next one is even more interesting, I think. Average number of new customers per consultant per year has gone from 11 in 2018 to just 4 in 2024.
What?
Let me say it one more time because this is really important. One of the key things, and if you remember, this is the number one focus area that we need to address. It is new customer acquisition. If I look at 2018, you can see that it is 11 new customers per consultant in 2018. In 2024, happens to be same in 2023, but in 2024, per consultant on average, there were only 4 new customers in 2024.
I don't think you wanted this to land on anti-MLM channels. That's so bad. And then that what was timed well. Thank you, William. I could hear it from my room. I was like, oh my gosh. That's well over half. Oh, that's 3 times. They've lost since 2020. They've lost 3 times the amount of new customers per consultant. That's wild. But like I said, can we expand it out further than 2018? Is it snowing where you're at, JJ? There is snow on the ground. It's not, the snow's just been there for several days just because it's been in the negatives. So it's like -11 or something right now, Fahrenheit. So we know why that spike happened. Yeah. I work for a big corp. I think it's weird that the first 2 slides didn't note a time period. Why time period? What do you mean? Because they have years, but I don't know. Give me your business mind, please. In the whole year or 1 per month? I'm guessing the whole year. If I had to guess, it would be the entire year. But also they do not say.
This is big. This is why it is number 1.
Per month? Did they say per month? Per month? -2 in Montreal, JJ. I feel you. Everything is so cold. Everything is so cold.
Let me show you a couple of other graphs because these also help create this picture that I'm trying to do with all of you today. So this next slide here shares with you the average PRV per consultant per year for the last 6 years, just like the previous 2 slides. Average PRV per consultant. In 2018, you can see it's just above 2,000.
Here's the deal. They just got to take 2020 to 2021 out, or even 2022, because that was during the pandemic, the panini, and every MLM spiked during that time because they used the scare tactics to really tell people like, hey, be afraid of like the healthcare system and use holistic stuff that you can get here and not have to go to the hospital and be around all these sick people and blah, 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 blah. So, I mean, do those years really count? Because if they didn't, okay, let's say 1458. Let's say they didn't count because they shouldn't. Let's look at this. It's just a complete downward trend. If you take out 2020 to 2022, downward trend. Same here, downward trend. Boop, 2020 to 2020, just downward completely. If you take that out, it's fairly even, right? Like it's just a downward trend. Okay, sorry. Let's get back to where we were. That's not where we were. Average. Oh, parties? Are you serious? That's kind of embarrassing. Okay, here we go.
Above 2,000 for the entire year on average for all consultants worldwide, just above 2,000.
Why is the PRV not going down per consultant? Just sent an email. JJ, thank you, Kelly. I'll take a look. Well, when you think about it, it goes up during 2020 because there's more consultants and they're buying more, and COVID and people are buying more from them, right? So why it's not going down from 2,000 is what it seems to me. Is this here? Maybe I should hear him. Is he talking about them purchasing or what they're making?
You can see the chart in their pandemic years. We spiked up, definitely had an impact there. But if you look at 2024, you can see that we're actually about the same level of average PRV per consultant in a given year as it was in 2018. Interesting. I find it interesting. Okay. This is interesting because as we just reviewed, total unique number of customers ordering through a consultant is going down, and new customers are going down, but PRV per consultant has remained same. They remain the same.
Hold on, I gotta check something.
All right. Another slide. This one is a little bit different. This one is average party order count per consultant per year. Okay. So total number.
Yeah. So William, that's a good point. That's actually a 0% growth without 2020 or 2021 and 2021.
Think of it as the total number of parties given in a single year. In 2018, you can see that it is 5, right around 5. You can see that it's spiked up through the years. In 2024, that number really has more than doubled since 2018, putting us at about 12. From 5 to 12. Are you following along with this in your head?
Is he going to tell them to do more parties? Because the only reason MLMs grew in 2020, 2021 was because of the pandemic. That's it. The pandemic's over, my guy. Daniel. Can I call you Daniel? The pandemic's over. How are parties trending upwards? Well, they're trending down now, but I think because of the vid and then like Zoom, I think people were just having a lot of parties. So party order sales. Also, I can't read it because he's over it.
I'm going to share and compare 2 of the slides because we wanted to make more sense of this. And what I did is I put 2 slides together. The average PRV per consultant, that one that remains the same from 6 years ago to today, which is about 2,000 PRV per consultant per year. And if I look at the average number of party orders in count, we know that it has doubled. Why do you think that is? Why do you think we have been able to double the number of parties, but yet the average PRV has
well, why? So what I'm seeing is the reason they doubled from 2019 to 2020 is because you could do online parties a lot easier. I mean, Facebook, Zoom, all these different things you could do made it much easier to do parties. So yeah, of course it doubled. JJ, can you not say COVID even now? I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm just so used to censoring that word on every platform. Bingo, JJ. Right. Yeah. No, it's not. It's so weird that he doesn't understand this. I'm not business minded. Like, I don't get it when it comes to business stuff very well, unless someone like explains it and I'm like, okay. But this is very simple to understand. It's because why did it spike up and why was it lower in 2018? Very simple. Zoom, Facebook, they all became bigger then, and you were able to do these things on those. It doesn't even have to be real parties. No. It's not even like a real part. Like you could do like a Facebook group where it's like a group party and you're not actually like doing it live. So, and now it's trending down, even though like these different things like Zoom and Facebook and whatnot, they're all getting easier to do this stuff on. They're all like, there are multiple ways to do this. And we're meeting in person more now since we're past COVID. So it should be going up because people can meet more too. So you can do it online and in person, but it's still going down. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Hopefully I'm getting it across.
remained flat? Well, I think that's a very interesting question. We asked leaders this at our retreat that we are on now. They came up with some good answers. And what it has come down to as we've dug deeper into that is that it's easier to qualify for a party given the higher priced items that Scentsy has to offer and the variety of products that Scentsy has to offer. In fact, we have one product that if you just add that to an order, it qualifies for a party already. So it's easier to qualify for a party with fewer items. The other big thing that we notice is that consultants are choosing to host the parties and combining the orders to qualify for those parties. So as soon as it qualifies, they close the party and they're all set. And as consultants, as host, they're able to maximize their host rewards, which is
Make me smile, said JJ. You make much more sense than he does. And that is so sweet of you to say. I really appreciate that. Make me smile. It does make sense, JJ. People got a lot more creative virtually in 2020 after that. Yeah. Also, the sales made probably don't cover cost of hosting parties lives. Yeah, they don't. Parties, yeah.
just fine to close out those parties. Here's one interesting fact. I don't have a data slide for it, but did you know 70% of all parties have a consultant as the host? Another link that I make as I look at this, knowing that the total number of unique customers ordering with a consultant. And
so here's what I'm seeing people say is that their stuff got more expensive. So can someone say with absolute certainty that they raised their prices? Can someone say that with absolute certainty?
And the total number of new customers coming into Scentsy has rapidly declined, that we have a problem with getting new people into Scentsy. We have a problem finding new customers and introducing them to Scentsy. And part of that is because our systems and our programs have made it simple for a party to qualify. It's also the reason why the number one and key area is finding new customers. Let me give you an example, and I think this will help hopefully
So what I'm hearing is they raised the PV from 200 to 250. So they have to spend more. Okay, and Hannah said for sure, I used to buy Scentsy back in the day and I just looked at the prices. Okay, Beck said 2017, $5 per bar, now they're $6 per bar. Okay, okay. Got it. Right, Monica. Like every single MLM products I can get somewhere else without the hassle, better price and quality too. Yeah, especially when it comes like wax bars. There are so many people out there that are probably around you that hand make them and can make probably like customized bars for you.
Bring this home for you on the importance of bringing in new customers. I wanted to come up with a good example, and at Scentsy and definitely for your businesses, there's lots of ways to build at Scentsy. A lot of people build through parties, whether it's home parties, online parties, virtual parties, basket parties, traveling parties, doesn't matter to me. Those are ways that people have built businesses. Some have done it through social media, some have done it through fairs and shows, et cetera, et cetera. There isn't a wrong way to do it, but there is a right way to maximize your ability to add customers into Scentsy. For this example, I'm going to use a party because I think that is the easiest way for me to emphasize the important characteristics of a party. So picture this. Picture myself. Let's wipe your mind clean of Scentsy. You don't know Scentsy at all. And I'm going to be the consultant, and I'm going to be at your friend's house who invited you over to have a Scentsy party. Again, this is an example that helps me illustrate the importance of these characteristics of a party that can be done in many different ways, but easy to explain in this example. So again, I am the consultant. Hello, I'm Dan. I'm a Scentsy consultant. You don't know about Scentsy, but you are at a friend's party, a Scentsy party. Now, if I am the host and I'm taking over this party and I stand up and I say, trust me, you have to purchase Luna. It is the best smelling fragrance that we have. And then if I would like to ask you by show of hands, and I did this at the leadership group, and I said, by show of hands, how many of you would have bought a Luna from me, who you probably don't know as a Scentsy consultant? ask you and tell you it's my favorite fragrance, please buy it. How many would you buy? How many of you would buy it? And there was a few that raised their hands at leadership. And I'm guessing some of you may buy it as well. But think about this. If I change that scenario, while I may still be the consultant and it's your friend who's hosting the party and they tell you that this is the best fragrance Scentsy has to offer, you have to buy it. How many more of you would buy it from a friend rather than an unknown Scentsy consultant? Many, many more. Just one example of emphasizing the importance of having a host or a non-consultant host or a non-consultant person that is able to introduce Scentsy to their friends and their contacts. Because not only is it a built-in trust with that person, but it also opens up the opportunity for that non-consultant to introduce friends and contacts to you as the consultant. It's an incredible relationship. And as you amplify your efforts through others, whether it's a party.
So he's saying get people who aren't consultants to say, hey, you should buy this. Is that what I'm hearing? I'm trying to pay attention, I promise. This is sad. This is embarrassing. Daniel, what are you doing? This is so bad. I would be, if I were a consultant watching this, I would be like, been doing that for a decade, buckaroni. What the fuck are you doing? This is rough. First off, he sucks at talking. Like, I'm bored. I'm bored listening to him. Second, his way to make the company better is not a way to make the company better. He's like, you should just order more and then get people to order more. Scentsy Daddy's upset and lecturing us. Miss Sherry. I did not like that. That's funny.
Whether it's social media or other ways, when you use those key critical tools that you're able to amplify your efforts through others, you'll be able to increase your sales and referrals. You're able to look more long-term than short-term and really key in on what's most important, especially right now, is bringing new customers into Scentsy. Okay, let me keep going. There was a quote that I came across from one of our leaders that I really enjoyed. It's a long one. It's on your slide right now, but there was two areas that I wanted to kind of point out. This is from a leader that has made it to the very top of our compensation plan and entitled to Superstar Director. And as she was thinking and reflecting on her Scentsy business, she was thinking, what was it that I did? What was it that made Scentsy take off for me? The third paragraph down is what I really enjoyed. She said, it simply came down to one thing. I partied, then booked parties off those parties, then booked parties off those parties. I met people. I didn't ask people to party. I asked them if they wanted to try and get their Scentsy free and half off. Then I built relationships and took really good care of each customer. That was one piece. I thought it was such a good insight. Another piece is halfway down the next paragraph. She said, this, we have to get into our cold market again. We have to meet new people. We have got to get ourselves back into the rhythm of getting people free and half off Scentsy and teaching our teams and groups to do the same. There's such great insight into what she shared.
So she said, we've got to start getting more consultants. Okay. By doing what? Because if we keep doing the same thing, which is what you're telling us to do, it's obviously not going to work. I am, I guess, not shocked, but I also don't think going, get more consultants, have more parties, do what you've been doing, but better, is going to really help. Trying to say, keep doing what you're doing, but do it better is not helpful. That is ridiculous.
And kind of reflecting back, today, the world has changed. The pandemic escalated even more so personal website orders. It escalated even the impact of social media. And while it has not left behind the party, there are more opportunities for you to use, but it is to get to our cold market, to meet new people, to introduce Scentsy that have never heard of it before. And that's what we wanted to focus on. We also asked, as we were doing this research and data mining and finding out what it is that is most important and what our top consultants, our top performing consultants are doing, they came up with these other 4 characteristics that they focused on. This one, the first one, was the same one that we've already covered: non-consultant party hosts. Don't get hung up on party. It's really get-togethers. It's partnering with Scentsy. It's finding non-consultant customers and friends.
That's what we did in Arbonne. Oh my gosh. In 2019. That's what we did. 2020.
That you're able to expand your Scentsy business with. Number 2, leverage the host rewards program. This, just to give you a little bit more insight, think of it this way. Yes, you should maximize your host rewards, no doubt, no question, but be deliberate about how you use those host rewards and giving that back to the host by helping other new customers experience new products and introduce them to new categories, but be deliberate about it to support the end goal in mind, which is to support your customers and new customers coming in. A couple of other options that I know our top recruiters do. They build genuine relationships. So much so that I remember a consultant, we even interviewed some of the consultant customers just to find out what are they doing that makes it so unique. We had one of the customers respond with, they provide so much care and support that they know our birthdays of the family. They know what we're going through. They know and follow up and are more of a friend than sometimes family are. And that if there's anything that I can do to support them in their business, I'll do it. Talk about taking that to the next level. Okay, number 4, using customer data strategically. Really quickly, this is something that as we enter in and focus on entering in customer data, we're able to enable you on following up with them, knowing how to tag and say, these are our Disney fanatics, or they just love Harry Potter collection. So anytime we come up with Harry Potter, we're able to go look at the data, and as the customer information is entered correctly.
No relationship built from an MLM is genuine, right? It's all based on if you're purchasing their product, if you're working, if you're still in the company. For exploit those pain points. Yeah. For exploit those pain points. Yeah. Yeah. Leaders are not doing any of this. No. Oh yes, so genuine. So genuine. In fact, that you need to be reminded to be genuine, Lawrence.
Then you're able to follow up appropriately. Those were just 4 other areas that I know that we focused on and gathered from our top selling and recruiting consultants on what does well. Okay, let me take a breath here. I know that, and I keep saying it, but parties are important, but so are fairs and shows. So are our efforts on online and social media and other ways that you are building your business. Finding new customers is the solid connecting tissue that is critical to all of our success. And perhaps we forgot to do this during the pandemic, because during the pandemic, we would post online and customers came flocking and we could sell it so easily.
This is what happens when you have a multi-level marketing company that refuses to be progressive in its ways. Like, you should just become affiliate. You should, because that's what's going to work. But you won't, because you don't want to be that company. Well, the companies that do that are the ones that are going to make it. Because MLM is not working. This is what you get when you refuse to be progressive in what you're doing. Like, in business, when the times move and the trends change, and this is what you get. You get a load of crap.
But we do need to get back to expanding Scentsy and expanding that customer base. And how are we going to do this? Yes, we need to show you how. Show your teams how. Yes, we need to train you how. Yes, train your teams how. But also very important is this is the singularity. This is the aligned approach that we all are going to jump on board with, that we are focusing on during this Zoom call, talking about the upcoming changes that I'm getting to here very, very soon, as well as world tour that is only just a few weeks away.
World
And
tour?
as we set that up and get that rhythm and drumbeat, I know that the tide will rise and
Look at
all
that.
ships, all consultants will benefit from it. Now it's at World Tour, not to give you any teasers or sneak peeks. I do know one thing. We're going to be introducing a new tool, a simple tool at World Tour to help you and your team members invite new people to experience Scentsy. More to come on that in just a few weeks from now. At Leadership, we recommended a book. You can see it here on the slide. It's called Renewal for Field Leaders. It's a book written by Brett Blake, happens to be a friend of Scentsy, but it is a great book to help us understand what characteristics needs to exist for a renewal or a turnaround. I talked earlier and shared numbers about what's happening with Scentsy and new customers and how party order count is doubling, but we're not seeing that increase in new customers. And this book goes over and introduces these important concepts. I'm going to share a video with you now that will introduce you to what that book and the themes are to make sure we have a similar foundation that we can speak to.
Every direct selling company follows a predictable
That's
life
so
cycle.
bright.
Launch, hypergrowth, growth by promotion, shakeout, and finally, decline or renewal. In Renewal for Field Leaders, author Brett Blake reveals how to navigate this journey successfully using the chisel system, a powerful framework for regaining momentum. Let's break down each component of chisel and understand why it matters for your business. First is cash, the lifeblood of any business. Smart field leaders recognize that careful cash management, even when it means cuts in products and programs, is a sign of good leadership. Remember, corrections after growth are normal and healthy. Hope comes next. It's what drives your teams forward. Your team needs to believe that your company is their vehicle to success, not just today, but for years to come. As a field leader, nurturing this hope is one of your most crucial responsibilities. As Blake notes, field sales representatives need to have hope that the company is the vehicle that will allow them to reach their dreams, and that means it will be around and in demand years from now. Innovation isn't just about new products. True renewal often comes from fresh approaches to rewards, compensation, creative customer and consultant acquisition strategies, and embracing new technology. Think beyond the product line. Simplification means creating predictability and eliminating unnecessary complexity. Ask yourself, what can we stop doing? Remember, it's not about doing less. It's about reducing surprises and making success more repeatable. Expansion doesn't always mean new territories. Look deeper into your existing markets, find untapped demographics, build robust systems that anyone can plug into, because great systems scale faster than great people. Finally, leadership ties it all together. Be present, listen actively, stay honest and hopeful. Help your team see the bigger picture, especially during challenging times. The path to renewal isn't about dramatic transformations. It's about methodical improvement across these 6 areas. Start with cash and hope as your fuel, then let innovation, simplification,
Start with cash. Do you mean like the money? Did I miss something?
leadership drive your journey forward. Ready to lead your team through renewal? Remember, chisel your way to success, one element at a time.
So we were talking about with our leaders, we wanted to make sure that there was a good place where we could build from. And this book by Brett Blake, I recommend it. It's called Renewal for Field Leaders, and it helps us come from a common ground. In there, it went through an acronym called chisel or
I did put it on 1.25 speed because he talks slow as hell.
CHISEL. There happens to be one for a home office as well as this one is for field leaders. I'm not going to spend all the time focused on all of these acronyms, but there are 3 of them that are really important as we kind of go into the changes that Scentsy just announced. The 3 letters that I wanted to focus on is C, cash, or Scentsy, it feels like the right way to say it is cash management. And if I looked at that and really applied it to Scentsy Home Office, I would say that would be our stewardship of the financial health or resources that Scentsy has to offer to provide fuel to support you and your businesses. This is our responsibility and the drivers of the overall business. Okay. Hope. H. H is the second letter that I would focus on. Hope. This one is your fuel for your teams. It is your responsibility as leaders, as sponsors, but also as individuals to have that hope. And you get that from either your upline or your upline director or your star director, superstar director, really to help your teams grow and thrive. Really to help yourself internally to think, okay, this is what Scentsy is all about, and we're excited about the future. And you can lean on others to help you with this letter. The third letter is S for simplification. Now this one, of course, Scentsy, value of Scentsy is simplicity. For this book and the use of S for simplification, it means creating predictability and eliminating unnecessary complexity. You would ask yourself and make sure that you knew that simplification is not about doing less, it's about reducing surprises and making success more repeatable. Who does this apply to? It really applies to both you as a consultant and us at the home office, making sure that we are simply understandable, not complex.
Give me an S. Give me a C. Give me an H. Give me your cash. No. Danny boy, this sucks. This is bad.
And not wasting efforts on things that aren't making a big difference to our
Oh
business.
my
Okay,
God.
let me move on. So if that was kind of that foundational piece
Oh, Paige,
to
I'm
help
sorry.
explain a little bit about where we're going to be coming from and the important characteristics for a renewal or a turnaround, then it gets back to our 4 areas that are going to be the building blocks of momentum and of hope. New customer acquisition, customer engagement, new consultant acquisition, and consultant engagement. Given that this is not currently happening at a level that can sustain us today, we know that we need to make some changes. If we do not, it is very unlikely that our trajectory and our path doesn't change. It is unlikely that nothing else is going to happen. And that cause and gives us reason to change. In terms of renewal, our changes are going to focus on the areas that I mentioned in those 3 areas of cash management, our responsibility and stewardship, building hope, and have an emphasis on simplicity, or I guess in the book's terms, simplification.
I hope you're hungry for nothing. Miss Sherry, that is funny.
We're going to go through these changes now. And I know that we already introduced them in a communications on the news tab, but this gives me an opportunity to be able to share with you a little bit more insight onto the reasons why. I'll start off with our product discontinuances. There are a few. The first one are car bars going away globally. The second one is travel twists going away globally. And the third one are the Scentsy body products going away only in Europe and in Australia and New Zealand. Now, let me speak to these 3 product lines or categories for a second. During a downturn or a contraction, not all product lines are created equal. Some of them are resilient to what's happening in the market. Again, sometimes it's outside factors, sometimes it's inside factors. But what is happening is a contraction of sales, and some product lines do incredibly well. A good example of this is our Scentsy bars. Our Scentsy bars continue to hold despite the decreases in total sales as a company. Other categories don't fare as well. And these are 3 of them. Car bars have declined. Travel twists have declined actually since our introduction of that product line. And for Scentsy body in region 2,
He's saying travel twists never hit.
in region 3 or Australia, New Zealand, and Europe, I can tell you that that line, while decreasing each season, is now down to less than 2% of total sales in Europe and Australia.
Yeah, Charcity.
So those product lines make it where they are not adding value. And in fact, I would even go as far to say that these product lines that are going or declining faster than our own sales can have a negative brand or fragrance experience for you and for your customers. This is why these products are going away. Next on the product line, this is going to be introduced in a communication next week.
Scentsy Air.
getting ahead of myself a little bit. I don't think I've communicated this out yet, but I am for today because it's important to understand when I get to bundles and saves, but we are simplifying the naming convention of our fan diffusers. So the products I'm talking about are the air purifier. I'm talking about the tabletop diffuser. I'm talking about wall fan diffusers.
So not wax melts? Am I getting it wrong? Not wax melts, right? The Scentsy air is like air. How do I say it?
Those products. We are going to combine all products that use a pod to have the same category name of Scentsy Air. So let me give you a few examples. First of all, Scentsy Air Purifier already fits the naming convention. We are keeping the same name for that. No change for Scentsy Air Purifier. Scentsy Air, the new product that we just introduced at Reunion, the one that contains all 4 pods, right? 4 pods at once. That one is currently called Scentsy Air. On March 1st, it's going to be called Scentsy Air Quad. Okay?
Quad.
Our tabletop fan diffuser, the one that you can put in either 2 or 1 Scentsy pod. That tabletop fan diffuser is changing to the name of Scentsy Air. Okay.
So when they talk about Scentsy Air, I have questions. Hold on. I have a question. Is he talking about? I'm going to share my is he talking about kind of like this? Here, I'll show you. Give me a second. Is he talking about stuff like, sorry, hi, this? Like, are we talking about these guys right here? Is that what he means by Scentsy Air? Like a pod thing that you put into the plug-in airwick, an airwick type of thing? Airwick. Are we talking airwick? No. Back. What are you talking about? Scentsy Air. You sent me a link. Oh yeah, Savannah sent it to me. It's a diffuser. Okay, so we're talking about this guy type of thing. Oh, hold on. Now I've got to change it to a different screen. I'm just trying to get this in my head, okay? I promise we'll go back to the video in just a second, but I want to understand. So we're talking about this? Yes, the old air. Like essential living oil pot, and the pods are not liquid or wax. It's $115. This one's $11.99, baby. Airwick is not a brand that does MLM. It's the okay. Beck said yes. Okay. Yes, it's $115. Listen, look at this right here. You can go to Target and you get this linen. I love a linen smell. $11.99. $11.99. $11.99 is a steal. Hell yeah, dude. That's wild.
One is the wall fan diffuser. The wall fan diffuser, we're dropping that name. We're going to match the warmer naming convention, and it's going to be called the Scentsy Air Mini.
Thank you, Retro.
Okay. Scentsy Go or Scentsy Go Black, you know this product, also takes pods. This one's going to be called Scentsy Air Go. Scentsy Air Go. Yes, it's that fun to say. You have to try it. Scentsy Air Go. And then lastly, okay, we have the mini fan diffuser. We're dropping that, adding Scentsy Air. This mini fan diffuser is going to be called Scentsy Air Solo. Okay, this will be important when I get to the bundle and saves that I want to speak to you. So these are all going to be under the same category of Scentsy Air. Okay, all right. Let me keep moving here. Let me now speak to bundles and saves. Bundles and saves have been an important part of who Scentsy is and being able to give discounts. We are going to be hitting on the simplification portion and financial help as we evolve and modernize our bundle and save category. As mentioned in the communications, beginning March 1st, we are changing our approach by having a simplified 10% discount across all product lines. The 10%
Yeah,
language and discount.
I will show you their price. I'll show you what he's talking about, and I'll show you the prices because it is unbelievable. Okay, so we're gonna go to Scentsy Air. Oh, there's just one, and it is $115. This 115 for this guy right here, and let's see, different colors, and it looks like you put little pods in there. Okay, where are the pods then? Scentsy Air, Scentsy Go. Okay, Scentsy Go. I guess, what are these, to go? Oh, they're tiny. You can take them with you. They're $35. Scentsy Air Purifier. Oh, $250, baby. You got $250 to spend on an air purifier and replacement filter from Scentsy. Scentsy Air tabletop fan diffuser. 30, 30, 30, 35, 35, 30, 35. Tabletop fan diffuser. Scentsy pods. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so they're like little circles. $9, $10, $10. They're all $10 for a 2-pack. But it looked like in the Scentsy Air there's 4. Are y'all, can y'all see what I'm doing? Okay, good. It looked like okay, it doesn't look like it comes with pods. So it's just this. But it looks like there's 4. Yeah, see? I don't know. If that's just too expensive, I just would not do that. That's me and my home. We will not be doing that. Anywho,
Is straightforward. It's simple. We know through research, we know that simple messages and discounts are shown to increase purchase rates because they are easier to understand. Over the years, our bundle and saves, and if you've been with Scentsy a little bit of time or even just beginning, has been limited by the product pricing we have on warmers
right, Tracy.
and the complexity of those combinations. Fewer and fewer customers were able to apply the bundle and saves because of how the bundle and saves work today. If you don't know what I mean, let me give you a little look at how it displays in the catalog.
All
This is
right.
what it looks like today. You can see that we have warmers under the Scentsy system and Perfect Scentsy. They start at $25 and have a certain number of bars and go up to 50 at $5 increments in the US currency. These categories create complexity in explanation to customers, as well as training to new consultants. The new discount structure dramatically simplifies the setup and provides far more flexibility into the future of what we can do with our bundles and saves. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take the bundle and save look that is pictured here and change it to our new bundle and save page that is pictured here.
That is better. That is better.
You can see that the categories have changed. We made it much more simple
Where are the prices?
and easier to understand. Let me go into this a little bit deeper because it's important.
Hold on, there were prices here. But where are the prices now? They're not there. They're not on there. Am I missing? No, of course not.
5 get 1 free Scentsy bar bundle. That bundle in that singular bundle has been a cornerstone of our
Nice.
Scentsy bundle and save program from the beginning. Buy 5, get 1 free. While it's not in the catalog and it's not offered in the PWS, it is going to be offered as a consultant-only workstation bundle and save, like a secret menu. You're
Beck,
going to be able to offer it to your customers to create.
so Beck, you really seem like you know what you've been talking about this whole time. So Beck says you might save $1. Sounds about right for an MLM. Amanda said, I'm very thankful leaving Scentsy years ago. Plus, I am blessed for losing a friend who preyed upon me because I'm disabled and a stay-at-home mom. Oh, Amanda, I'm so sorry. that you had that experience. But I like that your optimistic output on it. So many acronyms, right? Moisture medley.
Getting relationships with you and being able to provide that deeper discount for the buy 5, get 1 bar. But it will
Thanks,
not be
Nova.
in your personal website, only offered in the workstation. Now, you may need to know how to use it because if you don't use the product code of buy 5, get 1 free, then it won't apply the free bar. So just like you do today, as you know, in your workstation, as you place an order, an individual order or a party order, you type in the product code for the buy 5, get 1 free Scentsy bar. Enter that in, enter in the 6 bars, and you will get that discount of buy 5, get 1 free. Okay, this is unique and only available through you as the consultant. And you're able to offer that as far as a discount because while it's not printed in the catalog, it is something from home office pricing that you can share with others, not being a personal special, but something that only you as a consultant can offer to your customers. Okay, follow me so far? Let me keep going. Okay, other things that are happening. So I mentioned the buy 5, get 1 free in Scentsy bars. That's going to continue again only on the workstation, not your PWS and not in the catalog. We're going to have a pick 6, save 10%. You know what products this applies to. This will be room sprays. It will be Scentsy bars. It will be scent packs. It will be Scentsy oils, and it'll be on scent pods. Okay, the twin packs. So on all of those products, as you buy increments of 6, you can get a 10% discount on those. No, you can't cross and choose one of these and 2 of those different product lines. It's got to be together. So it's 6 Scentsy bars, 6 room sprays, 6 scent packs, or 6 oils or 6 scent pods. And each increment of 6 will save 10%. Okay. There are 2 products that aren't 6. They are fragrance flowers. When you buy 3 of the fragrance flowers, you save 10%. And if you buy 2 Scent Circle 3 packs, you will save 10%. Okay. You're following me so far. The 4th area that I wanted to talk about, Laundry Love, Classic Clean, and Moisture Medley will also continue on into the new catalog that starts the 1st of March. And you will also, from those product bundle and save names, will be able to save 10% as well. So as a customer enters in the items that qualify for Laundry Love, Classic Clean, or Moisture Medley, they will automatically get the 10% off. Okay. All right. Let me keep going. Scentsy systems and perfect Scentsy systems will be discontinued. The new simplified bundles options will be offered at 10%. The first one displays on the screen. It's a warmer and 6 bars. It does exclude licensing warmers and bars. It does apply to all Scentsy warmers and all Scentsy bars, just not the licensed products. What do I mean by all? Well, let me explain. Warmers, we have 2 categories within warmers. We have full-size warmers and we have mini warmers, which means you can have 1 full-size warmer and 6 bars and save 10%, or you can have 1 mini warmer and 6 bars and save.
Can I just respectfully say I don't give a fuck? I'm zooming through. I don't give a fuck. I don't give 2 shits. I don't give 2 shits of a shake. Here we go. I'm sorry. I cannot watch. I moved through it.
Change kind of feels a little bit uncomfortable, but we are also confident that these changes move us in the right direction for the future. It modernizes our bundle and saves. And as we get through the change management of these, I know it's going to be easier to explain to customers. And I know it's going to be easier to train for new consultants coming in. Okay, that's all of our product changes. As you know, let me get to the next set of changes that you are also very aware of. And those are the activity and party tier changes coming up. As we discussed in our product offering, we have more products that are...
I did say I don't give 2 shits and a shake.
A different variety of pricing and offering than we've ever had before. When Scentsy first started, we had, well, 1 or 2 warmer systems with simple pricing. At the beginning, we based our original party rules or party tiers and activity requirements on consultants having, you ready for this, a non-consultant host with 5 customers buying 5 warmers and bars. That's what the activity requirement was wrapped around and what the party tiers were built off of. Now, about 10 years or a little bit less than 10 years ago, warmer pricing had increased And bars had increased so much that the activity requirement and party tier also needed to increase to support the activity levels that would generate momentum.
That's funny, Princess Bubblegum.
Remember the data numbers that I shared earlier? It showed that the total number of unique customers ordering through a consultant were declining. New customers coming in were declining, and yet average PRV per consultant remained the same, and total number of parties doubled. This is the result of increased either pricing or product categories that make it simple for an order to qualify as a party and doesn't support those activities that are
Right,
crucial
William.
to building momentum, of finding new customers, engaging new customers, finding new consultants and engaging them as well. We are now at a point that we need to adjust that activity requirement and party tiers again. Starting March 1st, as you know, we are moving to 250 PRV as the required activity requirement. This is increasing from 200 PRV, and an important change in the efforts to start getting back to building momentum. I realize this is 50 more PRV that would be required to either stay current or to have a downline team member be an active consultant and qualify for those commissions. We realize that this is going to be a stretch. It is going to be more of an effort.
He said, yeah, you will have to spend 50 more PRV. Yeah, it is going to be a little more effort from you all. Really what he means is you're going to have to spend a lot more money. I would be peeved as hell.
And as I thought about this and thought about what characteristics or what behavior change do we expect to come from it, is yes, it's going to be harder compared to 200. And in fact, if I asked all consultants, I'm sure people would say they would prefer it to stay at 200.
Duh.
But as we ask consultants and you to stretch a little bit more, you may need to find another customer.
So what he's saying is what he's saying is you're our biggest customer. Okay. So for you to go from 200 to 250 is saying a lot, it is. And if you Hannah. And if you can't do that, then maybe you just need to put in a little more effort. Find another customer if you can't do it. He sucks. Bro said, hey, bitches, work harder. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. I wouldn't be this. I don't think he realized he single-handedly destroyed Scentsy just with this.
You may need to follow up a little bit more with previous customers to get that one more product or a few more products ordered, which creates the ability to increase the number of customers potentially ordering, which means you have more Scentsy products in front of them to experience and to enjoy the fragrance in their homes, which creates a more likely of a scenario where they may have that aha moment of being able to see you and say, I want to partner with Scentsy. I want to do what you do, which will increase the number of recruits we get at Scentsy.
So Cheer Up Pirate said he just said customer numbers have dropped, and now to fix that, he says get more customers. You know what, Cheer Up Pirate? I agree. I think first he's like, customer numbers have dropped. So how about you pay more? And if you can't, go ahead and get more customers. He's like, consultants, how about you put a little more effort in, and by effort, I mean money. Oh, here we go.
And their engagement and that hope and that momentum is built. That's why we're changing it from 200 PRV to 250 PRV. There's changes related to this that I wanted to explain. Know that our party tiers are going to change to match as well. Party tiers are based off of subtotals and local currency, depending on which country you live in. The charts that I'm using here today are only in US dollars, but I know that we have communicated out the different amounts for the different currencies. So please bear with me as I share US currency numbers as we've increased the starting point of a new party. So all parties, the first tier will be going from, in US dollars, from $200 to $250. We will still have our other tiers. Tier 2 will start at $400, tier 3 at $600, and tier 4 at $1,000. No change in host rewards percentages or half price items. No changes there. That will continue and move up with a new tiered mark. One point that I want to make out, where there is free shipping at tier 2, there is still free shipping at tier 2. It's just at that $400 US dollar mark. So that free shipping still is maintained, and you just have to continue to hit that tier 2 to receive that free shipping. Connected
Okay.
to the new activity level are the monthly sales award bonus threshold. This will also be changing. For those that know this, you know that if you hit 2,000 PRV in one calendar month, you get a 5% bonus.
He's raising the monthly sales award bonus by $500. Oh, that's fucked. Nobody's gonna be making shit. Hey, Julie. Hey, Caught Alive, welcome.
In your cells, taking you from 25% on your PRV to 30% on your PRV. That number is also increasing from 2,000 to 2,500 PRV.
That is wild.
Interestingly enough, and you should know this, and I bet many of you do, this puts you on the path to achieving the annual sales award. By hitting
Why-
2,500,
Then why the hell didn't you do it before? Also, $500 more to get the monthly sales award bonus? $500 more? That's a butt ton.
in 12 months on average over the Scentsy Awards calendar, you can earn the annual sales award and be recognized on SFR and receive a financial reward as well. So that
Thanks,
one is
Danny
also
boy.
moving from 2,000 to 2,500.
Thank you, Danny boy. What a treat.
Now we have one final change to discuss, and let me get to that. With the
Hey,
activity
nerd.
requirement changing from 200 to
Nerd.
250, we also took a very long look at our cancellation policy. Currently it states, and you know this already, so right now,
Is this dude about to change their cancellation policy? Oh my god. Oh my god.
you need, or your downline team member needs, at least one 200 PRV month in the last 4 to make sure that you maintain your team. Or you hit 200 PRV in one of the last 12 months to stay current at Scentsy and not be canceled. That number is going from 200 to 250. Okay, so that will continue.
Kelly, you got gifted. That is so awesome. Oh, dude, this guy is he's off his rocker. His rocker broke. Somebody needs to go get a hammer and a nail to fix that shit. Probably a screw and a screwdriver.
Continue to be a requirement at 4 months or at 12 months to hit 250 in one of the calendar months out of the last 4 or the last 12. This is something that we continue to do because it's important that we want to establish a community that if people want to be part of Scentsy, they need to have at least 250 PRV to stay current with Scentsy. The people that I'm talking to may be more hobbyists. They may be those that love Scentsy products and use it for personal use. We realize that. Similar to what I said before, it will be more difficult.
Yeah, Dan, you suck. Charcity said Scentsy might have made it a little longer with an affiliate or corporate partnership. This ship is about to sink so bad. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Who said it was really funny? Oh, Amanda said, is he literally out of his ever loving Delulu mind? Yeah, apparently.
But as we stretch and as we've talked about with increased prices on our products and the variety of products at the higher base point, we know this will encourage behavior that will help create momentum at Scentsy at all levels.
He's like, we know that y'all are gonna have trouble affording this, so we want you to do better. Thanks, Dan.
They are part of the Scentsy family, and I don't discredit any of that. And we hope to support them any way we can from the home office, and we hope to support any of these from leaders and from upline sponsors as well, as we all want to play a part of that to contribute to Scentsy and to the Scentsy family. Now, while we looked at it and we were looking at the cancellation policy of 12 months, we've built in this behavior at Scentsy that consultants with downline team members sometimes would follow up with a kind of a harsh reminder to their downline team member that may be canceled or coming up on one of those 4-month or 12-month marks, and they are needed to put a 250 PRV order in. In that follow-up, tend to revolve around, do this so you don't get canceled or so you don't lose your team. That follow-up was a hammer. That follow-up was a stick. We came up with a 250 to change how we can motivate our team members in a positive way to make an impact to them.
Dan Lusional. I dub him Delulu Dan.
So what we did is we made one other change. As of March 1st, Essential Consultant will now be a rank, meaning any consultant that is certified or above who is not active in a calendar month, meaning doesn't hit 250 PRV in a calendar month or more, they will be paid at a 20% commission for that month.
He's saying he dropped their commission by 5% if they're not spending $250. He just screwed them all so bad with like a chainsaw.
For those that hit over or above 250 PRV in a calendar month who are certified or higher will earn 25% commissions. Okay, so let me say that one more time. Essential Consultant is now going to be a paid at rank for all consultants across all countries that are certified title or above. As long as your PRV is 250 or above, you will get 25% commissions. Any month that it's below 250 PRV, it will be 20% commissions. Okay, this is what it looks like to make sure we are speaking the same language. The one bit that we are looking forward to see the behavior change and the reasons why team.
If they don't reach 250 PRV, which by the way he raised by 50 from what I'm getting, he lowers their commission.
Members or leaders follow up with their downline frontline members is this. This now gives you and all sponsors a reason to reach out monthly to those on their way to 250 to let them know and encourage them to hit 250 PRV for an extra 5% bonus in their PRV commissions. Rather than the threat of cancellation every 12 months, this is a monthly follow-up that you can follow up with a carrot, with something that they can strive to achieve to earn that extra 5%. We believe this change will drive more activity as your team members strive to reach higher PRV. We believe as you stretch yourself to hit that new 250 level, you will introduce Scentsy to more customers, that it will eventually lead to more recruits and more team members that will be these fundamental building blocks to momentum and Scentsy in the future. Now, I covered a lot today.
Yeah, you sucked really bad. He sucks really bad. So now threaten them monthly. Oh yeah. No, this is going to be really bad and I hope we get more on this. I can imagine how upsetting this is for those consultants and I really hope they leave. Go ahead and leave the rest of your thoughts in the comments. My DoorDash is pulling up. This is perfect timing. So I've got to let y'all go with peace and love. An hour and 30 minutes. Pat me on the back. Skidly do. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for being here. Dan Lusional. I dub him. What was it? Delulu Dan. Yeah, it's giving. Delulu. Since he's going down the toilet. Very obviously. Have a wonderful night. I hope that you get some rest and have a better day tomorrow if you didn't have a good one today. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to leave a comment, leave a like, please, and hit the subscribe button. See you later.